Good afternoon, everyone. You're watching the Visit Sedona TV show. My name is Allen Elfman. On this section, you're going to see a little bit different segments than you normally see. Beside me, we have Krystel with a K. Say hello.
Hello.
And she is a psychic for the Center for the New Age in Sedona, Arizona. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How is everybody out there in TV land?
We're going down. They can only respond after they watch this.
Oh my. Well, I hope everyone's well.
Everyone is well. Okay, well, you're a psychic and so much more. Why don't you tell everyone of the so much more part of what you do?
Okay. I am a psychic. I have all 6 of the psychic senses. I've had that from birth, basically. I just was born in with that. I'm also a healer. I do energy work, and I enjoy doing that very much. And lastly, I'm also a speaker and teacher. I enjoy teaching custom classes on various metaphysical topics, from breathing techniques all the way up to quantum physics.
I love quantum physics. And I have a sixth sense too. I see dead people. No. You don't just see, you actually get visions, voices,
yes.
And you get certain messages sent to you.
Correct. That is correct.
And you can't always control what you see.
No, unfortunately. There is an off switch per se. I think that many people are born in with psychic gifts, and they are scared or intimidated to use them, or wondering where they're coming from. So I do think that they kind of tune that out. And the more you honor your psychic gifts, actually, the more they expand, the more that they happen regularly. And it's fun to use. It's fun to use. It's fun to help.
I like to use whatever perception I have, so I can only imagine if I had the gifts Krystel has. You also do body work as well. Not the body work you're thinking of.
Yes, get that out of your heads. No, the energy work that I do can be both hands-on or it can be hands-off, depending on what my clients prefer. I can do successful work either way.
Now, why don't you elaborate on that, because people in TV land and video land, when they're going hands-on, just explain to the people who don't know the difference.
Okay, let me give you a little more detail. Hands-on literally meaning touching the body. Hands-off meaning that I can use my energy and my mind without actually putting my hands on anyone at all. The type of energy work that I do has developed and changed over the years. As it is manifested and grown, so have I. So then I've been able to turn around and bestow that onto my clients. So I'm glad that I'm in a state of constant and never-ending self-improvement, so that I can always offer something additional to my clients. I enjoy the energy work. I really do feel blessed to have the opportunity to serve in the best way I know how.
That's just putting it blunt. Now you know I'm a little bit of a cynic.
Thank God there's cynics. There's room for everybody in the universe.
I think there's more of us than there are of you.
I actually believe that is true. I think that the spirituality itself is developing more and more globally, and unfortunately I do feel it's taken its time to get here in the United States. So I think many of us from the outside looking in are looking at people in Sedona and thinking, geez, these are just a bunch of people with this hippie mentality, let's go out and hug some trees. Well, we're actually trying to start with basic things like stress management, by teaching meditation and breathing techniques. Tai Chi and some of the martial arts, even painting, are all creative, meditative expressions of who you are and ways to outlet. So it's not just metaphysical mumbo jumbo, it's applicable to everyone.
That means you. Now, seeing that I am a cynic, why don't you, how shall we say, share some visions or some thoughts that you may see relevant to me. That's right, me.
Of course, he wants to know about himself. He doesn't ask about the earth shifts coming. He doesn't ask about any of you.
That will be on another episode.
I had definitely sensed when you came in that there was going to be a lot of expansion around you. I saw that you were, the vision I got was of you flying on a plane, so I knew that you would be taking your work to different states and different areas.
Wait, to go back, was I in coach or first class?
I guess that's how much you're willing to spend, or maybe somebody out there will be willing to fund that. How about that?
First class.
Little plug for Allen.
Yes.
So I did feel a lot of expansion around you. I actually didn't know that you had been doing as much as you are. So congratulations on that. But I also didn't know that ahead of time. So I pick up information. It can be very quick. Sometimes it comes in a little slower. It also depends on the openness of the person that's in front of me. The more that you are open to and willing to receive the information, the more I can give to you. And that's obviously across the board to any psychic out there.
And please be aware, I've had the fortunate, unfortunate, it's up to you. I've dealt with a lot of fortune cookie psychics out there, and I'm sure you've had your share of seeing them around.
Well, it's very frustrating, I think, when I hear about people in the world, psychics in the world, that are giving the same reading to every single person that comes across their path. That's not the way it works. We were created unique, every one of us, like snowflakes. So every single reading is going to be unique. What you need is going to be different than what the next person needs. So no two should ever be alike. So that's one thing that I always kind of caution people about. The other thing I think that really kind of makes me sit on edge and makes me feel that psychics are getting a bad name is those that are out there saying, gee, sign on the dotted line and I'll dispel all this negative energy that's around you. That's not the case. Any legitimate psychic's going to be able to tell you exactly what they can do for you, how much they're going to charge, how much of their time that you're going to need or vice versa, and they're going to want to help you. What separates, in my mind, a good psychic from a bad psychic, that's one of the things, but even as a person, compassion, caring about the people in front of you should be your main motivation. And after interacting with many psychics throughout my life, I find that those that are very legitimate, money's their second thing. Their service to humanity comes first.
That's the way it's supposed to be. First.
Yes.
Well, why don't you tell everyone your phone number here, where they can get a session, whether it be a psychic reading, whether it be a meditation, whether it be body work, or the other services that you offer.
You can reach me here at the Center for the New Age in gorgeous, sunny Sedona. The phone number here is 928-282-2085.
And Center for the New Age is right across the street from Tlaquepaque. And you
Can't miss it.
No, you really can't miss it. I want to thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you for your time, and I'm so glad that you came to visit.
It's my pleasure, from one northerner to another.
Yeah, another Northeast girl.
Well, I'm not a Northeast girl, but thank you anyways. And I just want you to remember,
We're watching all this on Visit Sedona TV. Have a good one.
Bye-bye, everyone.